Hi all, it's Nat here. This is episode 3, I think, of what I do with my wallpaper. Now, I've been fiddling around in my rose journal, having heaps of fun, and I thought what I would do is make a tuck spot in this with some wallpaper. Now, most of the time when I go shopping, I don't find many big rolls of wallpaper, and I know people tend to use it to cover their journals and as pages in the journal. I suppose with the borders you could fold them and use them as pages and that, but they're a perfect size for a nice big tuck spot. So that's what I'm going to do with this piece today. And I've also cut, if you can see, a slit just around. I tried to follow one of the, I forget what these things are called, but one of the leaf bits just down there, so it wasn't as noticeable, but we're going to put some decoration on it so you won't see where that is as much. Usually when you do something like that, you'd stick this top part to the page so that this stands out a bit more, so it's easy to get things in and out. But I'm going to try and leave it as is and just stick the 3 sides down so that I can stick something in here as well as something in there. So we'll give that a go. So first thing, it's a bit crooked, so I might just try and straighten out this edge. Good luck to me. Yeah, that looks a bit better. And then we've got to cut this edge. I might cut that after I stick it. It'll be the best bit to get it nice and neat. Though I can cut a bit of it off now. So yes, I think I'm 197 subbies today. So I've decided the gift I'm going to do for my 200 subbies, so I must get that organised over the weekend, I reckon. It's nice excuse to give some stuff away for other people to use in their journals. Alright, so that's looking pretty good. So I'm just going to ink like the top and bottom edges of this first, just with my blue distress ink. Just done all my nightly dishes and went to watch TV, and there's absolutely nothing on. TV's been really poor lately, which is good because it makes me craft instead. Got so many projects that I want to get started on, so alright. Now get my own fabric glue. And I said I'm just going to glue the 3 edges down. Usually I'd put it on the wallpaper, but I think I'll put it on the page. That's pretty good. Slip that down. What I should do is put a spare piece of paper behind that one. That'd be better. So it's so sturdy, that's why I thought it might be good putting this slit in to hold a tag, because the wallpaper's a lot more sturdy than a lot of the papers and that. Just got a little bit of glue there, I'll get that off. Alright, that's looking pretty good. So we'll just trim that down. So in the next episode, I'll probably do embellishments and fussy cut some bits out of the wallpaper to embellish as well. That'll be a good way of using up some of the scraps that I make doing all these other things. So yes, that should be stuck down nicely now. Okay, so the idea is with this is I got this beautiful tag gifted to me by Andrea. And I love it because it's got the rose stamp as well as a little rose there. It says have a lovely birthday. Now, sorry Andrea, I'm not sure if that'll stay there. I might end up sticking a little label over the top or something, but I'm not sure. So, but I absolutely love this tag. So the idea is to put that in there like that, so I'm not hiding it too much. so you can still see a fair bit of it then. And I'll just sit in like that, so I'll do that after. But also it's pretty blank here, so I thought we'd do something about that as well. So now firstly, I do have another one of my Grand's little verses that she wrote out, so I'm going to stick that back there. Might ink that first. I'm just debating whether I want blue or brown. I might make it blue, why not? Something a bit different. Don't mind a bit of colour. Doesn't all have to be matching in that. This is a bit of an eclectic journal, this one, so being my own personal journal, I'm not too fussy. Just want to do what I like. So I've just organised the signatures for my daughter's Bluebirdie journal. I was going to sew them in, but I know if I sew them in that I'll find something that I really wanted to add. So I thought I might start embellishing them a bit and just make sure I've got all the bits in there that I want before I sew them in. So I'll get to that in the next few days. Hopefully I'm hoping to have the whole thing finished next week. Get on to my next batch of projects. Yeah, that's not too bad. Now, after all that, I think I forgot my stick glue. So just excuse me for a quick moment while I dash over and grab some stick glue. If I can find it. Yes, there's some. See if I've got my big one here. I know it's around here somewhere, but I can't find it, so I'll have to stick with the little one. I always do that. Alright. Sorry about that. So now, just make sure that's not, no, it's not sticking, that's good. So I'll use some paper for this, I think. Put some glue on the back. Just hope I don't run out of stick glue while I'm doing this. Get it around all the edges really well. I think I want that on an angle about like that. Okay, find my lid. Dropping everything. Been so clumsy the last few days. I think I've broken 2 glasses this week. Now, let that dry a bit. I also want to slip this. It's a light blue piece of paper. I thought it would be nice as an extra spot to write some verses on. And that will fit nicely. Just in this little pocket here. So it'd be like that. And then we have our little tag as well. Like that. And I've got a few other bits that I want to put on, but this is a bit plain, so I thought I might try and decoupage, well not decoupage because I've just used my stick glue, some napkin. I'm just going to cut out these flowers, I reckon. I noticed there's a blue bird on this as well, so I'm going to have to use that somewhere around in this journal. Oh, well, not this one, in my daughter's journal. I'll keep it for. So yes, I'm just going to rough cut these flowers for starters. And then I might do just a little fussy cut. Doesn't have to be too neat. Leaf there. So yeah, it's been a pretty good day, but it's been absolutely freezing the last couple of days. Glad that winter's nearly over now. Hopefully we'll get some nice weather coming soon, because I've got to get out in the garden because all the weeds are starting to get a bit big now. I'll just go around this. I might cut that leaf off, that doesn't matter. Else we'll be here forever if I'm too fussy. Don't want that little bit there. Now, do I want that leaf? Yeah. I reckon that'll do. Let's fold it over a bit there. I might just chop that off. Actually, I'll cut this whole leaf off, I reckon. Alright, that should do for that. Take this out. Just take that out for a minute in case the glue's still a bit wet. Move this out of the way. Just figure out the placement here. Something like that would be alright. Now it looks like the layers want to come off, so that was easy. I think I do like it that way. Unless I just cut that other rose off and leave it as the big one. That might even look better, so I'm just going to get my little scissors here. Might just keep the big rose, because it takes up too much space. Cut around there. And I'll just neaten this up a tiny little bit if I can. That's a bit better. I reckon that. Alright. I need a bit more than what I've put down, but we'll stick it down so far and then put some more glue down for the rest. Need a little bit more out here. Bigger than I thought it was. Now, I can lift this bit up a bit. There we go. It's not too bad. I'll just snip this little bit that's overhanging off. Let that dry a bit. I think that'll look alright. Alright, now, while that's drying, I want to decorate the pocket just a little bit. Now today I received the best rack from Wendy, and in it were these beautiful flowers. I love them. So they're nice blue ones too, so I thought that'd look really nice just on here. So the idea is, I've got a bit of lace as well, because it would be nice to put something behind them. Just cut some of this off. I can find my big scissors. There we go. I was thinking of doing something like it will hide this a little bit, so that I might be able to put it sort of like that was the idea. So I'll give that a go. I'm just going to neaten up this edge here because it's a bit crooked. So try and get it straight. That's a fair bit better, I think. Just cut that little bit. Maybe it's meant to, oh no, that's the right way. Cut the little bit that's sticking off. So it'd go up like that. Yeah, quite like that. And I'll just cut down here for now. I can neaten the rest of that up afterwards. Now, just turn that a little bit and then I can see it. Alright, there's a bit I'll have to trim, but that's okay. Alright, so what I might do is glue down here first. Just stick this bit down. I want to make sure that it sort of overhangs where we're going to put the tag just by a little bit. Get it over in that side bit. There, that's looking alright. A bit like that. Alright, and then I'll put some down the bottom here. And I'll just hold that. I want to get that to curl so it sort of goes down like that a bit, because I think that looks quite nice. So now I'll put some along this bottom bit. Now my tissue, I just want to wipe a little bit of that away. Move that down a little bit more. A bit like that, I reckon. Though I don't like how it's creased there, so. Cut that off afterwards. Just a tiny bit here. There. Just sort of sits where the cut is. Now I'll get my little scissors and I'll just trim that off a tad. It's going to be bulky, but it'll be alright. And then I was going to put the flower on that and try and flatten it down just a little bit. I think that'll be quite nice. So whack that on, that'll help hold the lace down as well. So put a bit of glue on this. Put pressure on that for a little bit. Make sure that I haven't glued over. Right, that's all looking alright. So see if this is dry enough now. Yep, a little tacky, but it can be slipped in. That goes alright. I wasn't quite sure because it's quite a sort of pinkish colours that it would go okay with the ratty roses on this side, but it actually goes alright. So yes, and then we'd slip our tag in like that. Like that, fits good. And then the other thing I wanted to do was I've got this little card which I love, it's beautiful. I was looking for a little charm I could dangle from here, but I can't find my charm, so I almost got out some eyelash trim, because even some dangling eyelash trim would look quite nice off of that. So I'll see what I can find for that in the next few days. But you know, that's a nice little journaling spot as well. So I just wanted to, see, that can just go on like that. With a paper clip. So I've got a white paper clip here to stick that on with, and that would be that page done then. So I actually really like that. But yeah, the wallpaper makes awesome pockets, and it's quite sturdy to be able to cut it and do this sort of thing. So, and the lace just hides the little pocket piece here as well. So yeah, that's another idea to do. Really good with the borders. As I said, a lot of the time all I find is borders, and they're such sort of thinnish ones that you can't really cover unless you do a sort of patchwork wallpaper cover. You can't really cover in them, and they're not the biggest pages for your journals either, but they're really good, especially with patterns like this. You can, you know, fussy cutting. It's not really much detail to fussy cut and stick anywhere else, so Yeah, it's a great idea to use them as these sort of tuck spots. So it's a very simple, quick and easy one. And yes, I should be back in the next few days with my next episode of what I do with my wallpaper. So I hope you're all having a great time crafting, and I will see you again soon. Bye.